and welcome to my Unreal Engine 4 tutorial series on how to make a skill tree. So we have done the toggling part, the skill tree making UI part and the hovering part. And in this episode what we're gonna make a hovering part to display your skill. So let's do that. So first you have to make is import your current textures. I have some textures I have made, so I'm sure you have your textures, so just made textures folder. Inside here we want to import our textures. Hit open, and before you saving that, just right click and set actions to your bulk via property matrix. So we want to change some tricks. So on your level, your detail texture group would be your UI, so it won't fade and won't pixelate for objects there. These are 3D, and in the compression, make the compression to user interface. If you don't do that, it's okay, but if you do that, it's good. Just close that up because we don't need that, and stop that. What is pardon. So we have done all the things, so let's move on to our skill description part. So you can see we have opened our skill tree UI and skill slots UI, this e_skills, close that up. So how are you gonna do that? So on your skill slots, whenever we enter our mouse, we want to set our details. So make a function and call this set skill status. So this will gonna set our skill status. So how do you gonna set it? So it is same like our refresh slot. So I'm gonna just copy and paste this logic. It is not just this two branch, but for time. Pardon. Just copy this, paste it here. Yep. So if it's owned, then we will follow this part. If it's available but not owned, then we will follow this part. If it not for both, then we will follow this part. How are you gonna do that? In here we have made this skill status variable, the text, just set it. And if it's owned, then we wanna call it owned, make it capitalized so it makes more sense. If it's not owned, then we're gonna say it to ready to learn. And if it don't satisfy this both condition, then we would say to not available. Yep, something like this. And after that we want to set it to our skill trees. So grab a skill tree UI. In here we have promoted this to a variable in our previous lectures, and set the skill status t_skill status to this. It is working. No, it is not working like this. We're gonna set it. No worries. Yep. And you can see these local variables, and I'm gonna call it a status. So status, and the type of is text. So what are the local variables? So local variable, you can use that local variable only inside this function. You cannot use this local variable outside of this skill status function. Grab that local variable and set it here, and we're gonna set it to our skill status. Yep, something like this. We're gonna set it for every time, so set it to here and also set that for here. So it will follow only one part from these three parts. It will either follow this or this. It won't follow two parts at the same time. And just connect this all three execute node. Remember we talked about this in previous lectures. This execute node will flow from this left to right, and we're gonna set this to our status. Yep, we have done this part. Just close that and compile that. Let's make another another function called set skill details. details, so it will gonna detail your skill. Now we're gonna set the details of this skill. So just grab your skill tree UI and we want to set skill name to our skill name. Yep, uh, quite easy. We want to set our skill, so from here grab the node from the skill tree UI and set skill description and attach it to here, and skill description of the skill slot will go to that. Yep, add a reroute node to make it bit more clean, something like this. From that we're gonna add from this node actually, sorry, set skill require points, and we're gonna set it to whatever the skill points require. So get the skill points and set it to here. So you can see this little conversion node, but it's okay, this will work. And add a reroute node. By double clicking on this blue node you can add a reroute node, and this is looks good. But what we are right now doing is, whenever our player mouse is hover over a skill slot, we're gonna spawn all the skills details on this right side details panel we have created, this details panel. So if we hover over this skill slot, the details of this skill slot will gonna spawn in here. But let's say we have already unlocked a skill and we don't want to set required skill points for that skills, because we already own that, so we don't need that skill points detail. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a branch between this, and if our skill is owned, then we don't want to set it to none. So just Control W to duplicate this, and if it's false, then we don't want to set it, because we already acquired that skill, and the target would be obviously your skill tree, otherwise it will give you an error. After that, just set your skill, whatever the skill status, sorry, set your skill status and make sure you combine it with both. I think this would work. Yep. And let's set in, whenever our mouse enters, just we have to call that function set skill details, and let's see how this look. So let's set some details. So we have set this double jump in here. Let's set another of, let's say, sprint slide, and the description would be sprint slide lets you slide while sprinting. I know it looks more cringy, but okay, you can set it to whatever you want. The skill icon and the skill description, and let's say we need 2 skill points to acquire, and the must, this is must, set your enumeration to your sprint slide. This is must, otherwise our functionality will differ and something like this. So let's set the skill item to double jump, and for this hawk sprint slide, whatever you want. Yep, compile, save. Let's see if it's working or not. If you hit tab, you can see this spawning our double jump. If we hover over here, it is spawning the sprint slide and whatever. This is not spawning the skill, whatever the skill points require, right? Let's see where have we messed up. Okay, so the required skill points, it is bind to our required skill points, right? And inside this we have the skill details, and this is just for okay. So if it's owned is okay, we have just a small mistake. If it's owned, not is true, not boolean, sorry, pardon. So if our scale is not owned, then we follow this part, otherwise the false part. So let's check this again. You can see we need 1 skill point, z 2 skill points. Yep. Okay, let's make another function called set skill color, set point color. So if our players current points are greater than or equal to our players points, I mean the required points, then we're gonna set it to white, otherwise red. So get our skill tree component and get available players, so available skill points. If it's true, so if it's greater than or equal to our required skill points, then add a branch. So if this condition satisfied, then we're gonna follow the true part, otherwise false. What the true part is? So true part would be your color. So how are you gonna get the color? So from your skill tree UI, so get your skill tree UI, this one. From that get skill require, not require skill points, whatever, I don't know what we named, require points. Yep, require points. Why this don't come up? Okay, make this require points is a variable, otherwise it won't work. Simple mistake. Get require points, and you can see we can now access to require points, and set color and opacity. Just set this color and opacity to, right click and split this to, you can see, so we can set our color. So if it's true, then we can set this to pure white. If it false, just duplicate that. So if it false, then we're gonna set this to red, attach it to here, and we're gonna call this function after setting your skill status. So set point color, and let's see if it's working or not. Okay, target in here. Yep, we have to set this target, attach it to here. Okay, because we are referencing it from another blueprint, so we must have to provide the target. It compile and save, and it's worked. So now if it play, it tab, you can see this required skill points are none, the one on in the red, because we have 0, and the skill points are 1 because we don't have the enough skill points. But if we hit 4, so we have now 1 skill points, so now it will spawn it like white, and you can see this is already spawning, this is also spawning, so we don't need that. So how are you gonna fix that? It's not fixed, we have just don't code at that. So on the mouse, set get your skill tree UI, and we don't want to make that mistake once again, so make sure this detail box is variable. Yep, we don't do the same mistakes twice. And set render opacity to 1, sorry, to 0, because we are leaving our mouse. Yep, Control W to duplicate that, and from this, if it falls, if our mouse is on enter our skill slot, then we want to set the render opacity to 1. And by default, when our creating our skill tree, we want this detail box render opacity to 0. So on your behavior, you can see this render opacity, make it to 0 on your functioning. So let's see how this goes. It tab, it is not spawning in here, but if we hover over this, you can see, okay, what is this spawning? Sorry for that. We don't need the not this skill tree UI. Pardon. Sorry. We need this skill tree UI, and from this skill tree UI get details box, and we want to attach this detail box in the target, not this skill tree. Pardon, I am doing so much mistakes, but this is how we learn, I think. Right? Get the detail box and attach it to this target. I have just undo things, the things are deleted. So let's, if we, you can see, if we hover over this, you can see all the things are popping up, and if you hover over, it is gone. It is setting up for everything. We haven't set it this, so it is set it to 0. And let's add the padding. In the skill tree UI, you require skill tree points. Add some padding to left side of 20. Hit compile, save, close that up. Let's see. Tab. Yep. So this is how it looks. So this is for all for this tutorial. Thank you so much guys for watching, and bye bye.